Welcome to a new episode of The Graveyard Shift. Today, we're going to be talking about the experience of a Grab driver who is also a fishing enthusiast. His favorite spot is in Pulau Ubin. I'll be telling the story in his perspective. My hobby is fishing. Every so often, I would go to fishing spots with a few friends and we would just take in the quiet night scenery. During longer off days, I would take a trip to Pulau Ubin and camp there. I have a gift. I could often sense or even see supernatural beings. One day, I decided to go to my usual spot in Pulau Ubin as I had a few days off of work. My usual clique couldn't make it as it was during the weekdays and they had work obligations. Only one of my friends could make it. I don't know why, but I was so determined to go fishing that day. We went off to Pulau Ubin by bum boat and cycled to the fishing spot. By the time we have set up our camp and ate, it was already night time. We set up our fishing rods and altogether we had 8. The fishing rods were held up by a device so that it could be stationary. Once a fish bites the bait, the line would move and a small bell would ring, signaling us to the fish. During that night, there was nobody else around and it was already incredibly dark. It was late into the night, so we took out our folding chairs and sat, waiting for a fish. We waited for a while, and every time a bell would ring, it would stop after a few seconds. I assumed the fish got away with the bait. Suddenly, I heard splashing in the water far from us. Then, a cold breeze wafted by, and suddenly, one of the rods started moving, making the bell noise. Another one would start to ring. All of them started ringing, and that's when I saw a figure in the water looking at us. It looked like a woman in the water waving. Her appearance looked dark with greyish skin, and it looked like she was smiling. I immediately knew what I was looking at. It was a Hantu Laut. I started praying, and my friend asked what was wrong. I told him we need to leave and go to the jetty immediately. We packed up everything, which felt like ages, and we headed to the jetty. We waited until morning and got off the island. I got a fever for almost a week after the incident. That is it for this episode of The Graveyard Shift. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon.